What's up, y'all? What's up, YouTube? What's up, Extreme Gains family? I'm Chuck, and this is Extreme Gains. I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say is or ever will be financial advice. Please do not take it as such. Today is Monday, October 3rd, 2022, and this is my Amc Gme and SPY Algo exposed daily update and preparation video for tomorrow and beyond. As always, I hope you all had a great day in the market today like I did and like the Extreme Gains Discord family did, and I hope you made some extreme gains for yourselves. I'm going to go over my regulars, my snake Algo method for all three tickers, some macro comparatives, and some side-by-side projections and fulfillments from last night's update and prep video and today's price action for the fulfillment of those projections. So with all of that said, let's dig in. Real quick, my extreme gains for today from my scalp setups on the 7 tickers that I set up every single day. They provided 18 separate entries from trigger, the highest ROI being 230%, the next one down 85%, and then from there clear down to 15% and multiples of them to round out the list for today. Super happy and grateful for those. Had an absolute monster day today. The Extreme Gains Premium Discord family had a crazy monster day as well today. Everything landed from a projection and fulfillment perspective. The snakes were on point. Just an outstanding day. I hope you all in our extended family out here in YouTube land were able to do something similar and make some extreme gains for yourselves. Moving on to the charts currently on your screen. AMC 5-minute chart on your left, SPY 5-minute chart on your right with my micro intraday snake from my snake Algo method on both of them. And you can see the blue projected price action for both AMC and SPY today were both projected absolutely dead on today intraday. It was an outstanding day from the micro intraday snakes as well. Moving on to the intra-week snakes, macro comparatives, and side-by-side projection and fulfillment comparisons. Currently on your screen is AMC and my current intra-week snakes. AMC finished the day today, regular trading hours down 1.29%, currently down an additional 0.58% in after hours, trading at $6.84. The current intra-week snakes on your screen in their mirrored position, green the day of divergence, red the day prior to divergence, and we once again got continued fulfillment in the mirrored position today as you see on your screen. Here is a side-by-side comparison and screenshot from last night's update and prep video, the location of price action within it, the projection from it, and the fulfillment of it today again. You can see what the projection is from them moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill them in the mirrored position. In previous videos, as well as last night's update and prep, we talked about the technical setup of this potential W formation fulfilling itself and catching that bounce back upside. We are still in range to do that. We have not fully breached the significant level of support to the downside yet, so that is still on the table, as well as the straight up continued upside fulfillment if we were to get that bounce and then breach that level of resistance called the neckline of that W formation back to the upside. And if and when we were to receive that bounce, we will bring the position of that back out and look at it. I can always pull it from previous videos here for the comparison, but that is currently where we are sitting with the intra-week snakes on AMC and that W formation technical setup. The macro comparative for AMC in the positions that I went over in last night's update and prep. I am using the previous double bottom from 2 bottoms back here. I had previously used it here, as you all know. Excuse me. And this is the current position that I am looking at that I discussed with you all in last night's update and prep video, our location of price action within it for continued fulfillment. We talked about 2 potential positions of this last night. This is the one. Here is the side-by-side from last night's update and prep video. The location of price action within it, the projection from it in here and the fulfillment of that with price action staying within that projection. You can see what the projection would be from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill it in this position. And then the second position that I had looked at with this was right here. And likewise, it continued to fulfill its projection today, as we really didn't get a whole lot of volatility and movement today. So everything is pretty much still intact from that perspective. Here is the screenshot from last night's update and prep video, the location of price action within it, the projection from it, and the continued fulfillment of it. Likewise, you can see what the projection is from this position of the macro comparative moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill it. Then up next is GME. GME finished the day today up 0.99% in regular trading hours, currently up an additional 0.15% in after hours, trading at 25.42. The current intra-week snakes are what you see on your screen. Blue is the day of divergence. Red is the day prior to divergence. And you can see once again today we have continued to fulfill both of them, and they are both essentially projecting the same thing here for what looks to be the next couple, potentially few days before we get this diverting point between the two of them. But we did once again continue to fulfill the projection from the intra-week snakes. Here is the side-by-side from last night's update and prep video, the location of price action within it, the projection from it, and the continued fulfillment of it again today. You can see what the projection is from both of them moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill them in this position. As far as the macro comparative goes, we had discussed either a hard bullish move or a hard bearish move to continue fulfilling this, as it was essentially indicating that this consolidation that we're receiving right where we're receiving it is potentially this area of it being fulfilled down here in a mirrored position. If it weren't and this were to converge back with, it would take that hard upside move. The fulfillment of this W formation, the neckline breach back upside. Obviously, we did not get that kind of volatility and volume or strength today with the movement. And likewise, to the downside in the mirrored position would be the same outcome that we would be looking for. And there's the mirrored position of it. You can see the previous fulfillment of it now looking as if it's an exact replica mirroring of the fulfillment of it, and where that would put us and what the projection from it would be as well would be that hard downside move. We didn't get either one of those. I said I was going to let this go until Tuesday. If we don't get the fulfillment in one direction or another, according to the macro comparative as of tomorrow, I am going to invalidate this, and I will be using just the intra-week snakes for the time being until I locate the actual macro comparative that we are replicating and fulfilling with this current price action. So that's everything that I'm looking at with GME. Last but not least is SPY. SPY finished the day today, regular trading hours, up 2.64%. Holy crap, up 2.64% in regular trading hours, currently up an additional 0.13% in after hours, trading at 367.10. The technical setup that we talked about is the W formation here. Likewise to AMC and GME, and it has its neckline here. We did get the bounce this morning back upside, obviously with over 2.5% to the upside. We are sitting just underneath that lower neckline. There is an upper neckline up quite a bit more. I do have a a descending third pull in here that I'm expecting price action to potentially interact with if we can get the breach over this initial neckline, that lower neckline there to upside. So that's currently the technical setup that we are in. And I talked about the levels here. The neckline on this that I'm looking at is 369 to the upside, and then downside 360.63 to downside. The intra-week snakes currently on your screen. Blue is the day of divergence. Red is the day prior to. And in their position, we have continued to get fulfillment out of both of them, including their overlap. And there is the position that we have been tracking and that we have discussed most recently in last night's update and prep video. And you can see they were at a diverting point here. Today, we got the initial move downside here. And then we started bouncing early this morning and continued that fulfillment back to the upside as the day of divergence was projecting. So at the moment, it does look like we have potentially separated from the day prior to downside projecting intra-week snake, and we are fulfilling to the upside according to the day of divergence upside intra-week snake. But with that being said, I do think we are still in striking range for a rejection off of that technical neckline upside there and then back downside for then the fulfillment of the downside snake. So that is what I am going to be paying attention to. I think that is still valid and on the table going into tomorrow, especially with the neckline setup and the descending third that I have in here that I'm expecting price action to interact with. I think that is a definite possibility on the table right now as it stands. So they are both still considered valid at this time. You can see the continued fulfillment there, obviously today. And here is the side-by-side from last night's update and prep video, the location of price action within it, the projection from it, either that downside or back upside. We got the bounce back upside, but like I said, I still think we're in range to reject and come back downside, and we wouldn't blink twice at that fulfillment. And you can see what the projection is from them both moving forward, as I just discussed, into tomorrow and beyond. Then last but not least for SPY is the macro comparative from the 2008-2009 correction and crash that I have been covering here on the channel since back in December, since I started the channel, December 2021. I was actually discussing it prior to that on Twitter and stuff prior to making the channel, but on the channel since December of 2021. The current position of the macro comparative that we have been tracking this in is what you see on your screen. And you can see once again today, we got continued fulfillment of that consolidation that we talked about in last night's video. Could have been down, then up, or up, then down. Obviously, we bounced and we ran back upside today, as we talked about being a potential possibility last night with that and with the technical setup still intact. Here is the screenshot from last night's update and prep video. The location of price action within it, the projection from it with that consolidative area, projecting a potential move back upside, and the dead on 100% fulfillment of it as well today. You can see what the projection is from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill it in this position. My friends, my family, I hope y'all had a great day in the market. I hope you have a great day tomorrow. That is everything I have for this video. If you made it to the end of the video, thank y'all very, very much. I would appreciate it if y'all would leave a like on the video on your way out. Leave me a comment. Let me know how you did in the market today. I will get an update and prep video out tomorrow night after market close, like always. Good luck in the market tomorrow. Make yourself some extreme gains, and I'll talk to y'all on the next one. Later.